Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another Donboxing. Today for you I have the KiwiEars Flex ear tips. Yes, my smartphone somehow didn't record properly, so that's why already two tips out here. And the 7Hz Elua in cooperation with our good friends at Bad Guy Audio here. And we start with the unboxing of the tips here. That's how you get them. There isn't much information whatsoever. And you get the tip in S, M, and L, so variety pack here. And as you can also see here already from the top, this comes in at this like green whitish hue, so definitely very different looking. But the front here, as you can see, is a bit more obstructive than most other ear tips. So you have way more silicone here than other ear tips. For instance here, the Max ear tip, as you can see, smaller holes but way more of it, and generally it should be less obstructive than this design here. Other than that, this feels pretty squishy. It reminds me a bit of the SD35 ear tips in that sense. And what also reminds me of that is actually the standard spin fit mechanism here that you also get with the SD35. Let me quickly get the SD35 for comparison. So, left here is SD35 and to the right here is the KiwiEars Flex. And you can see these are relatively similar in terms of how they are looking. Not exactly identical, I would say. I think the SD35 looks a bit smaller to my eye here. But they are pretty similar in terms of overall shaping and width and depth. So you can see that here right next to each other. So the main difference between these probably is this has a tiny bit wider of an outlet to my eye. Let me quickly get my measuring tool. And let's do a quick experiment here. Let's quickly measure how wide this is. Approximately 4 millimeters in diameter. And the flex tip is a tiny bit smaller than this. Yeah, it's like 4.5. It's a tiny bit wider than the SD35 here, but really just a smidge. So in general, these should be pretty similar in terms of their character. Besides, of course, this is a bit obstructing. I will try this out. As I said, it feels also similar here, like the SD35. So not really super smooth, but still on the smoother side. So yeah, I will try these out and let you know how they are. And then next, the Elua here. This is a 2DD set for, I think, 30 bucks or so. So again, we are in a pretty budget area here. But even getting 2 DDs at this price point is still relatively unique, most of the time at least. So yeah, I will of course give this a measurement after this here and of course then listening. But first let's open this box here. Standard small box as you get with basically all other cheaper yams, not much of an issue though. And foil, go away, we don't need you. This is white with some, a picture of the IM, a bit of stylized ovals in the background. And when we open it, we get the IM here. And what is this? Wait, is this dirt? What's going on with this one here? Well, it doesn't matter as long as it's just on the cover here. I don't really care. And then we try to remove it from its packaging here. Let's first take a look at the IM this time. Plop it out. And here we have the bad boy. This has an, I think, aluminum faceplate on the front here. Brushed aluminum, reflective 7Hz logo here. Two-part shell design here. Reminds me a bit of how the 02 is built, but in smaller. The 02 definitely is bigger than this one here. And here you can see one DD and here the other DD in the front. And here the part that goes, the sound tube that goes from this DD to the front here. And then we have this relatively unique outlet here. Again, very obstructive. I think this is probably also used to change the sound, I would estimate at least. And then what else do we have here? LNR indicator, not really well visible here. There's a pressure hole on this case here. And that's pretty much it. Oh, there's another pressure hole here for the other DD. Good thinking there. You can see, though, because it's so transparent, you can see there's a bit of wiring going on through here. And this looks like there's a transistor and very small circuit board here. Interesting stuff. And last but not least, the 2-pin connector here. Yeah, it's like round in there. Again, reminds me of what you get with the 02. And there's a small red dot here to indicate the site. Then let's go ahead and take a look at the accessories here. there's again the rando ear tips that you also get with quite a few other IEMs now. And I guess everybody's using these because I think this is the same set of tips that you get with the 02. And yeah, that means you do get an SM and L respectively. The S here I think is not that small, or is it even is? Oh, and this cable I think I've seen before. Let's quickly remove the cable here. Chip. Okay, again, this is these two cores like glued together like that. And let me quickly see if I can untangle this a bit, because I think this might be similar to most other cheap IEM cables out there, including the 02. And that means as soon as you at least get it once out and the ear hooks not tangly, yeah, immediately smooth, as you can see here. And also easily visible here, you have a strain release that is again very hard. Like, I don't think it will release much strain, should be way softer, but it's long enough, and that's nice. 90-degree angled connection, that can be advantageous for mobile use cases. Then the splitter here, which says Elua on it. Above a chin slider that again just slides with way too little friction, like this won't work, will not stay up there. Backshield course, the same thickness, so medium finish here, but doesn't feel too thin. And then last but not least, we have the ear hooks. And you can see mine is a bit weirdly bent here. Not sure how that is coming. Yeah, but it shouldn't affect the comfort too much. The bending radius though is on the smaller side of things, so that could affect the comfort for you. And the rubberization is also more on the thick side of things, as you can see here at the bottom. So that might be a comfort issue if you have bigger ears. But let's see yeah, when I try this actually out. So after unboxing the Elua, now quick first impressions. And I think this is the first impressions where I really have nothing positive to say about this IEM, or almost nothing. I put this in, I thought it sounded weird on the first track. I think I actually put on Interstellar at first. I find it sounded a bit artificial, like the bass was actually pretty decent, and then the treble sounded pretty off in basically every aspect. It was dark and too bright at the same time. So I then put on some Fusion Jazz. It sounded the same weird, like dark and too bright at the same time. Female vocals specifically, bit strangely recessed. And then I was like, okay, something is going on. I need to measure this. This is actually really HPB's worst sounding set so far. And now for the measurements on, yeah, this shit is bad. I don't know what HPB thought about it when he released this collaboration. This cannot be, it can't be recommended. Like, I really can't imagine anybody recommending this set with this tuning that it has in the treble. You can see the upper mid / lower treble absolutely recessed. It's way too little, like it comes way too late back up. And then somehow it sounds pretty peaky because, yeah, then it turns to like this weird overall balanced state. And really, I didn't enjoy it at all. And that's the first impressions here. I will talk about it more in detail in the actual review. But yeah, can't recommend it over the first impressions. It's just, how bad would it be? I need a bit more time to actually figure out. That's it. I hope you enjoyed it. Questions, recommendations, or criticisms, please leave a comment. Donspektor out.